Hi everyone, it's Michael again. So let's do a walkthrough together on this lab creating a VPC peering connections. So here's a lab overview and objectives. You might want to connect your virtual private cloud VPC when you must transfer data between them. This lab shows you how to create a private VPC peering connection between two VPCs. So after completing this lab, you should be able to create a VPC peering connections, configure route tables to use the VPC peering connections. At the end of this lab, the architecture will look like something at the following example right here. So here is the internet. Inside AWS Cloud, we have three availability zones. This is the first availability zones. We're going to have internet gateway connect to the internet, and we have the lab VPC in here. Inside here, we have public subnet. Inside public subnet, we have the security group application server. Then we have another private subnet. And there is a peering connection. The peering connection is going to connect the first availability zones to the other availability zones right here to security group and this MySQL instance right here. The first availability zone and second availability, the last two availability zones is inside this set of VPC right here. The first, this availability zones right here, we have the private subnet. The other one also have its own private subnet as well. So let's start our first task, creating a VPC peering connections. So your task is to create a VPC peering connection between two VPC. A VPC peering connection is a one-to-one network connection between two VPC that enable you to route traffic between them privately. Instances in either VPC can communicate with each other like they are in the same network. Alright, so instances in these VPC can communicate with each other like they are in the same network. So you can create a VPC peering connection between your own VPCs in a VPC in another AWS account or with a VPC in different AWS regions. So two VPC are provided as part of this lab VPC and share VPC. Lab VPC has an inventory application that runs on an Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud Amazon EC2 instance in a public subnet. Share VPC has a database instance that runs in a private subnet. Okay. So in the AWS Management Console, we're going to choose VPC. So right here, in the left navigation pane, we're going to choose peering connections. Then afterward, we're going to choose create peering connections and configurations. Create peering connections. And then in the peering connection tag name, we're going to choose lab peer as our name. Now for VPC requester, it's going to be lab VPC. Okay. For the VPC acceptor, it's going to be share VPC. Okay. Then we're going to choose create peering connection, then choose OK. Okay. So when a VPC peering connection is created, the target VPC must accept connection request. The target VPC must accept the request because this might be owned by a different account. Alternatively, the user that create the peering connection might not have the permission to accept the connection request for the target VPC. However, in this lab, you will accept the connection yourself. So select lab peer. Okay. This is peering connection right here. We select lab peer right here, and in accent we're going to choose accept request and choose accept request, and then in the pop-up box you're going to choose closed. Okay, so I'm going to choose accept request. accept request. Okay, so it's accepted. Let me take a screenshot for our progress. I'm going to close the drop box. Now task 2 is configure to route tables. So you will now update the route tables in both VPC to send traffic from lab VPC to peering connections for shared VPC. Okay. So in the left navigation pane, we're going to choose route tables. Now we'll select lab public route table for lab VPC. Lab public route table. You will configure the public route. Okay, you will configure the public route table associated with the lab VPC. If the destination VPC address falls in the range of the shared VPC, the public route table will send traffic to the peering connection. So in the route tabs, you're going to choose edit routes. Now the destination is this. The setting is a classless inter-domain route or CIDR block range of shared VPC. We're going to choose this as our destination. Alright. Need to add route. This is our destination. For target, going to select peering connection, and then from the list select lab peer. Peering connections, select lab peer right here, and then we'll choose save routes and then choose close. Save it. Awesome. I'm going to take screenshots for progress. Now you will configure the reserved flow for traffic that comes from the shared VPC and goes to the lab VPC. So we want to select shared VPC route table. Route table, choose shared VPC route table. Okay. So select shared VPC route table. If the checkbox for any other route are selected, clear them. Okay. This route table is for share VPC. You will now configure it to send traffic to the peering connection if the destination IP address fall in the range of the lab VPC. So in the route tab, we will choose edit route. Now we'll add a new route right here, and then we will choose this destination. So this setting is the CIDR block range of the lab VPC. That's our route name, route destination. Then for target, we'll select peering connections and then choose from the list, select a lab peer. Lab peer. Okay. So we'll save route and then choose close. Save route. And then I will take a screenshot for our progress. So the route table are now configured to send traffic via the peering connection when the traffic is destined for other VPC. Now task 3, testing the VPC peering connections. Now that you configure the VPC peering, you will test the VPC peering connection. You will perform the test by configuring the inventory application to access the database across the peering connections. On the service menu, we're going to choose EC2. Okay, so I'm going to open a new tab, and then in services, I will choose EC2. Alright. So in the left navigation pane, we're going to choose instances. Then in here, we're going to copy the IPv4 public IP address that is so in the description tab. Alright, public IPv4 address. Now open a new web browser tab with that IP address. So I'm gonna open a new tab, paste these in here. You say please configure setting to connect to the database. Okay, so you should see inventory application and the following message. Please configure setting to connect to the database. So we will choose setting and configure. All right. So setting, the configure. So the endpoints, we're going to paste the database endpoint. To find the endpoint, select details next to AWS and choose show. Then copy the endpoints. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose details. Choose show. So here's our endpoint. So I'm going to copy this. All right. So go back. I'm going to paste the endpoints in here. Then for the database, it's going to be inventory. Yep, that's the one. For username, it's going to be admin. For labs password, it's going to be lab password. And then we're going to choose save. Awesome. So here it is. That's our database. So the application should now show the data from the database. This step confirmed that the VPC peering connection was established because Share VPC does not have an internet gateway. The only way to access the database is through the VPC peering connections. Awesome. So that's it for this lab. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day. Bye bye.